to me, the most important thing that she said was she found a way to help work with those students. And the thing is with teachers now, if you do not target those students, they're gonna get in high school and they're gonna continue to struggle. And then the fearful thing is that they may not do well at all, and those students tend to linger away,
Right.
and not graduate. I totally agree with that, because they feel so lost.
Yeah.
Right, they're
They're
lost.
lost.
They
And
are
they're
lost.
embarrassed too.
And embarrassed.
And they're embarrassed. And one thing that stood out to me with the video, I'm sorry, Ms. White, I'm coming to you in just a moment.
No, you're fine.
As I was telling you all, the reason why a lot of them struggle is because teachers are sometimes, they're not prepared or properly equipped. Thank God that lady was a elementary school teacher, because she knew what to do. But a lot of secondary school teachers, they don't know, because they weren't trained to do that on that level.
No, because we're secondary.
Because we're secondary, and I can agree with that, because it's even right. They don't train you for that on that level, and sometimes the district doesn't go back and get the proper training that teachers need to equip them to be successful in the classroom, thus having successful students. Ms. White.
That's exactly what I was gonna say, because being a first year secondary teacher, I did not realize the seriousness of students that really weren't able to read on the level of all the other students. So I didn't learn that until we were doing popcorn reading, and I called on a young man, and he really wasn't ashamed to try to read. He tried to read, but he just could not do it. So that prompted me from that day on to make sure my interventions for him were always set in place, so I can make sure that when we're reading, he's not trying so hard to make out the words and not getting what we're saying. So I always have to make sure I put forth effort to help him to understand what we're saying, instead of trying to sit there and figure out what we're reading.
Right. And as I was telling you all earlier, that a lot of districts don't put initiatives in place, and what I know is that this district they did put something in place, and it was SIP, and it really did help their students. So this is something that we have to be mindful of on the secondary level and on the elementary level, because if you're an elementary school teacher, you have to prepare them for middle school and high school. And with middle school and high school students, teachers, we can't worry about what they didn't get in elementary school, because this is where they're at now.
Right.
So we need to put those proper interventions in place for them. We can't worry about necessarily, the gap did occur, but what can I do to close that gap? Right. So I thank you all for your input and your insight. So we've already said this. How do we bridge the gap? Well, we put interventions in place. RTI, district-wide initiatives, school-wide initiatives. You have to get all of your teachers to buy into what it is that you're selling, whatever initiative that you're putting in place. Everybody's a team effort, because we want our kids to succeed. Employ various strategies for various learners. Strategies that I know that I employ, that a lot of teachers can across the board: reciprocal reading. If they keep practicing it, your students will surely grow. Closed reading. There are a lot of strategies out there to help students grow as readers. Get parents involved. We know parent involvement is a key component in student success. And study how successful schools operate. I always say, if you want to be the best, study what the best is doing.
That's true.
And I feel if you do that, that gap will close within the area of whatever school that you're in. It will definitely close. And that's what we want. We want that gap to close, because we want successful students, thus having successful students, and then we need that. Conclusion and recommendation that I found within my research, and I've kind of already hit that. In conclusion, there are many strategies that district and schools can implement into their curriculum to help their students be successful. According to the various pieces of literature that I did research, there are many solutions that are identified to the ongoing problem. They just need to be implemented. And last but not least, in other countries and other areas of the USA that have successful school districts that are schools that are plagued with low literacy, in order to fix what needs to be changed, you have to study what other people are doing that are successful. And you have to adapt and implement it into your school setting, your school culture. So that has been my presentation. My name is Shayla Sanders. I hope you enjoyed my research presentation. Thank you.